Can you mic up?
My beautifuls, this is Diana Falzone on Paltalk every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I hope you're doing well all over the world, whether you're in the United States, Canada, the Middle East, Europe, Australia. There's too many places to name. I have a very, very special guest coming on. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. Some people are saying that you're not, but it is voice activated. Thank you, loud and clear. I'm very excited because usually we talk about dating relationships, but today we're going to kind of change it up a little bit. I have a very special guest who is on his way. New York traffic is what I like to call a biatch. His name is Adam Epstein. He is a cousin of actually our beloved Joel Smirnoff, our COO. So pretty exciting stuff. It's all familial here on Paltalk. And we're going to be talking about how at 32 years old, he was able to establish himself as one of the most influential and successful Broadway producers in Broadway history at only 32 years old. So Adam Epstein will be in studio right now. For all you guys out there, I would recommend Googling, Yahooing, whatever search engine you prefer, Adam Epstein Productions, and you will find all about him. So he will be joining us very, very shortly. He's got two great projects. Some of you remember and know of Hairspray, which is still running on Broadway and has grossed $200 million. Lots of money, more than the music industry is making now. So it's amazing how much money you can make in theater. And he now has two big projects coming out. Cry Baby, which is based on the Johnny Depp movie, the John Waters film, and that should be coming in, I think, late 2008, early 2009 to the Broadway stages, as well as the summer revival of Godspell. So very exciting stuff he's working on, and we're going to get a very up close and personal sneak peek at all that is going on. So Adam Epstein will be joining us soon. And I don't stop there, because here on the Diana Falzone Show, we are just chock full of surprises. I've also brought in another guest. Oh, here he is, Adam Epstein. Hi, Adam.
Hi, Diana. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Here we go. See, I promised, and he showed up.
I'm here.
It's amazing. So pretty much what I want to talk to you about is how you are very young to be so successful.
Right.
And I'm sure many people have commented on that, with you being, I think we were voted as one of the most successful Broadway producers under 40?
Yeah. Well, no, that was a, Cranes does an annual 40 under 40. People from a variety of, disciplines and backgrounds were chosen to as representatives of their field. So it was literature, letters, science, engineering, business. So that was good. I was the Broadway representative last year.
Oh, no. But what's really interesting is that how did you get involved in production? I mean, were you always interested in theater growing up? Were you a kid who did the high school musicals?
Yeah, I was. Well, from the time I was young, I wanted to be an actor. At the same time, I was a DJ when I was 13, and
oh, really?
I always had this entrepreneurial spirit. And I got to college as a musical theater major. It was NYU. And then
one of the best schools to go to theater
It
for.
was terrific, but I actually got my degree in political science, because when I got to NYU, I realized that wasn't really the course. Acting wasn't really the course I wanted to go down.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to really dive into a liberal arts education, find out what direction I wanted to go into. And after getting into politics, and I worked on Capitol Hill, intern on Capitol Hill a couple summers, and really loved that whole side of the that whole world.
Right.
I graduated and said, how do I fuse my love for theater with my love for
business?
Right. At business and politics and entrepreneurship.
Wow.
And producing seemed like a natural fit because I could be creative.
Right.
And all the while be in control, run things, and really be able to decide how to shape my destiny creatively, financially, entrepreneurially, and the like.
Well, a lot of our Paltalk viewers right now, a lot of them are dreamers, are idealists. They want to be entrepreneurs like you, successful at what they do. What tips do you have for them? How are you able to break into an industry that's almost impossible to get into?
Well, I mean, there's a couple of things that are very key to anything. All right, and one is you have to be able to dream.
Okay.
First thing.
We can do that, right?
Yeah, well, we have to, but I mean that. I mean, dream means dream clearly and fluidly and fully without cynicism. You know, not dream and, oh, it'll never happen to me. If you start saying that, it won't. It's just won't.
Like self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, just don't, just eliminate all negative energy. On a more practical level, you have to be as tenacious and willing to fight to the end. And you have to also be willing to either use some of your own means. I mean, I put my money where my mouth was, and I begged.
Right.
And you have to be willing to do that.
Well, I heard that you raised $100,000, and that was from you going to friends and almost looking for
friends and family
investors. You know, friends and family. Family's big.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the truth. That's how I started, and I said to my family,
how did you pitch them? I mean, how do you pitch your family?
Well, my family believed in what I was doing, and so I said, why don't we try this route? I don't really want to go the acting route, but I think my creative vision can lead to hopefully fiscal success in a very difficult business. Let me pick a property that would work, and they had revived, the Roundabout Theater Company had revived View from the Bridge that season, and it was mesmerizing, and I thought, here's a production I can become involved in, can help transfer it to the to a commercial house, and so we did. And then again, you know, took a while. I mean, I did a number of plays, but it wasn't really till Hairspray came along that I found my footing. So it's not, you know, I'm now 33. Crybaby's about to open.
Right, but the John Waters film.
That's right. Also, just like Hairspray, but you know, in the position I'm in now on Crybaby, you know, I mean, it's been 10 years. So I didn't come out of nowhere, and I might be young. I just started very young.
Right.
So nobody comes out of nowhere is the point.
Oh, right.
You know, so
when
it's not.
You think it's an overnight success.
No, and yes, it's happened quickly, but I did a lot in my 20s, and you know, now I'm going into a much more fertile period where I'm really running the ship and really able to do all the things that I hope that I've learned in all these years. Not that I haven't been in a power position, but you know, my role as producer has gradually grown.
Right. When you first start in production and producing, how does anyone take you seriously? Do you just walk in one day and you say, listen, you know, I have a dream, I have the money, and I wanna back the show.
You hope your personality can sparkle enough for them. No.
But I mean, how do you even open those doors? I mean, it's hard to walk.
Well, I was an assistant to a big producer, so that's how this View from the Bridge opportunity came along.
So that's
and they said, hey, is this interesting? Yeah, I mean, it becomes a snowball effect. I mean, one opportunity begets another opportunity, begets another opportunity.
Absolutely.
There's no scientific road, you know, or I shouldn't say, there's no scientific formula, there's no clear road for that. You know, you get into a situation, you find out how within that situation you can move to the next situation.